Hello my people, how are you? Welcome to a new video. I know I uploaded some videos like this from a trip I took. I hope you really enjoyed them. I had a great time, and now this video is a bit more serious because you're always asking me to talk about the universities in Bolivia, which are the best to study at. Or you want some opinion because you're not very sure about the university. So, I'm here to help you. Before we start this video, don't forget to leave your like. Subscribe to my channel, which is very important, and follow me on Instagram, where I'm always posting new things. So without further ado, let's get started with this video. Let's get started. In this video, we'll discuss Usherwold University. I often get questions about these universities. I want to clarify one thing. I've posted a video about UCEBOL, received several comments, and all the information I shared is from my own research. All those things I've shared with you are from people who have told me about their cases, their experiences. It's not something I've experienced myself. That's why I didn't want to go deeper into these university topics, because I don't think I'm the right person to talk about this subject. But there are always pros and cons in every university. So please, before criticizing anyone, friend or not, watch the video since I'm always clarifying things for you. Now I'll discuss Usherwold. I've talked to some friends. I've asked them to tell me positive and negative things about the university. So let's get started. Usherwold is a very beautiful university. It's located in the city of Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia. Usherwold is at kilometer 5 on the road to the north. So it's a little bit far. If you live between downtown and the university, it's a bit far. It's a big university, it has a nice amphitheater, it has its own hospital, and it works. Sometimes they have students doing internships there. How is the curriculum? The program is organized by semesters. So everything, I think what they told me is that it lasts 2 years. Like anatomy, because they divide anatomy, which I think is something positive because you learn anatomy better, since anatomy is very broad, as you all might know. But it's a 6-year degree. It doesn't mean that just because you spend 2 years on anatomy, you're gonna spend another year on it. No, it's just years of the degree that they've divided, right? Anatomy 1 and 2 dissection anatomy, which teaches how cuts are made, etc. And other things that are also important to know, right? In medicine, there are subjects that are kind of fillers, as we say, and these are the religious subjects. It's a Christian university, so since it's Christian, that's a point. I imagine a negative point, I don't know, for some people. Because you're required to attend the services, which I think are on Saturdays and Sundays. You have to go because it affects your grade. And they say you could fail a subject and you have to pass, because since you have a Christian subject, you're gonna have an exam on that, so you have to go no matter what. And there are a lot of subjects. I mean, during the 5 years of medical school, it's 6 years of medical school, but you spend 5 at the university, so just those 5 years. You'll always have to take a religious subject, kind of as a filler, so there are quite a few religious classes, so it doesn't matter. No, even if you go and say, oh, I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, I'm Mormon, you still have to go because it's mandatory, right? The university, as I mentioned, has its own hospital where they offer internships. I've heard it's not very good, but it does have its own hospital. Does it work? You can do your internships there. The amphitheater is good. It's separated from everything else, from what would be the whole university campus. It's a big university. It has quite a few buildings. So, that's great because sometimes there are people who like that, right? Observing the entire campus shows how big this university is. There are several places near the university to eat. If you want to live near the university, there are quite a few apartments for you to rent, so you can live close by. Do you have supermarkets nearby? All the buses go by, or on a bus as they might say in your country, so it's a nice university. This one isn't as expensive as UNIFRANCE or UDABOL, although it's more or less the same price. As I said, with the other one, you end up spending a bit more during all the paperwork. But this one isn't expensive, it's a university that's affordable. Another thing they told me now there at this university, at Universidad Cristiana de Bolivia, is that you have to take a graduation exam. What is the graduation exam? When we finish the 6 years of medicine at other universities, we start submitting all our documents. But here, it's not like that. Here, you have to do it no matter what. In order to submit your documents, you need to pass the graduation exam, which is like doing your thesis at the end of the year, so you can defend it and get your degree. So, is it the same? The only universities I've told you that don't require that exam are the Catholic University and Gabriel Rene Moreno University in Santa Cruz. For this one, you must take the graduation exam, so you need to prepare for it. What I've been told is that now, starting this Monday, I'm recording this video on Thursday, this coming Monday, they're going to start giving the graduation exam virtually. Now, you can take it anywhere in your house, as long as you have internet access. In case you don't have it, this is what I think is excellent that this university has implemented. If you don't have internet, or if you live near the university, you can go and take it at the university. They will provide computers and internet so you can take your graduation exam. This would be for people who have finished their medical degree, and they will defend their graduation exam so they don't keep wasting time, because after they've taken and passed their graduation exam, they have to start. Not all the paperwork to be able to receive their degree at level A, bachelor's level in medicine, right? At both the professional and national levels in Bolivia, that would be the next step. What else is important? The teachers don't worry about the teachers, because the teachers, whether they're at UCEBOL, at Católica, at Gabriel, or at UDAVOL, they're the same teachers. We share the same teachers. The teaching is going to be the same. The content might vary a little, but it's not going to vary much. Everyone will learn the same thing, so there's no need to worry. We share the teachers. The only thing, as I've always been told, is that there are a lot of religious subjects, right? There are people who, I don't know how they handle that, so yes, there are quite a lot. So, it's another workload you have to take on and fulfill, and on Saturdays and Sundays, you have to go to these meetings, right? At the church they have. Another good thing is that all the paperwork and the process of getting your documents in order isn't so time-consuming. So they have everything well organized, right? And that's really good because as a student, and if you want to go on to do a specialty, you need your paperwork to be processed quickly, right? The people who sometimes would like to. For example, there are people who study at UDAVOL, or at Católica, or at Gabriel, and they want to transfer to UCEBOL. For the transfer, bring your full curriculum so they can see which subjects can be validated. Not all subjects are always validated, like I told you before. For example, Católica University has some religious subjects, so they validate some for you, but you would still have to take more, because UCEBOL has many more religious subjects. So they validate some, Anatomy 1 and 2, but not dissection, no, because that's considered a different subject, so you have to take it. So almost all the subjects won't be validated for you. You might have to take summer classes. That's the good thing about UCEBOL. I'll mention that there are summer classes for people who might have failed a subject. Or they're missing something, or maybe they just want to get a little ahead. Or for people who have transferred from another university and want to catch up with their classmates and be at the same level. So there are summer courses, right? Aren't there? There are courses like anatomy or physiology because they are important and have a lot of content. So those are not summer courses. Unless it's English, English 1, English 2, or some religious course. Those kinds of filler courses. So you can get ahead with those courses, right? That way you can take the other courses in the next semester. So that's the good thing about summer courses, you can take them to get ahead in some subjects that might interest you, right? Is it a university? It's not expensive, like I said. The cost is almost the same as UCEBOL. I think that so far it's accredited by Mercosur, so everyone, I hope you really like this video. I put a lot of care into it since many people ask me. For those who want to validate their diploma in Brazil, or prepare for the revalidation exam as I mentioned earlier, or for their specialty in the field of medicine, I'll include a link in the description that takes you directly to an Instagram page called Grado Sin Miedo. He's a good friend who made this Instagram to post medical questions, like those on revalidation exams or ones you've wondered about. It will be very useful for you. And besides, there's an app he created with more than 2,000 questions and answers. Obviously, it's gonna help you a lot to study, to motivate yourself, and it's great. I'll leave it here in the description. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave your like, to subscribe to my channel, it's free, and to share this video with everyone. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.